Hello, everybody. This is Noah and John, and we are from UrbanDigs, and it is Monday, so you're going to get your Brooklyn weekly market update. John, let's get right to it. I'm seeing Brooklyn supply 2,593. That looks like it's going down. Show me the chart.
It is going down. No, that's almost 5.5% from last week. And the week before that was, 7% from the week before. So supply right now, as we've said before in Brooklyn, is taking the elevator down.
Taking the elevator down to the lobby, John. That is right. Let's take a look at Brooklyn demand. Pending sales, 3,061. That looks like it's down a little bit, but not as much as supply. Johnny, show me that chart.
No, it's down like less than 0.5% from last week. And, if you look at this chart, you can see that pending sales really, it's just browsing. It's just going sideways, doing nothing right now. But, it's still at a very elevated level and holding steady.
Right. The story of pending sales trying to find its way, Johnny. It will ultimately, and we're going to report on it. I just want to point out that the market pulse in Brooklyn is now 1.18. 1.18. This is the highest that we have since we've been keeping track of Brooklyn going for a few years now. There is notable amount of pending sales, then supply. So if you're feeling a crunch right now, especially on the buy side, the data is confirming that, Johnny. Let's go to the weeklies, see if there's any data in the weeklies, John. I'm looking at the Brooklyn 1 weeks supply 143. Show me that chart.
Yeah, so this kind of confirms what we're seeing in the pulse chart, which is that's down 20% or so from the week before. 143 listings. That's not a lot. And it's actually fewer that are going into contract, as we're going to see in a second.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Let's switch over to contract signed 1 week. That is down also, but not as much as supply, just like you said. Johnny, show me that chart of 182.
Yeah, so that's down 10%, but like 182, it's still 40 more units are going into contract that are hitting the market in Brooklyn. And this speaks to sort of that crunch that buyers are feeling right now, which is that things are just disappearing faster than they're reappearing. Yeah,
and you got to take into account that's not even looking at off markets. I mean, you got more things in contract than there is for supply. Then you got 115 coming off markets. We keep talking about this net deficit. This phenomenon is in place for Manhattan. It's in place for Brooklyn. It's just what's going on right now. I guess we have to adapt to it, Johnny. Hey, let's go over to the chart du jour today. We're going to go look at Brooklyn resale asking prices. Okay, we're looking at last asking prices here, Johnny. And we got two different looks at this, John. If you look at the blue, that is looking at existing inventory and what those last asking prices are. Okay. So all the stuff that's on the market for 1 month or more is in blue. All the stuff that's new to the market, that's in red. That's 30 days or less on the market. What is the asking price there? And we put this chart in there so you can kind of see is of the existing inventory that's out there, not the new stuff. Where are those asking prices? Are they way above where the new stuff is? Are they below? And when I look at this, it's just a very tight market, Johnny. What do you see here?
No, you're exactly right. No, this is a very tight market. I mean, and just to contrast, if you remember the Manhattan chart that we did on Friday, there's a big gap between the two lines, especially the market had peaked and come down. I mean, there was a big discrepancy between what was coming on the market and what was left on the market after a month. Here, there's no such discrepancy. I mean, I don't have the access broken down into very granular notes here, but it's not these lines are not that far apart. And this basically says that this Brooklyn market is very, very tight. The bids right now are very strong.
And it doesn't get that far apart. And that's another one of these takeaways is that when you look at how much, I mean, just go back in history, this is about how much you're going over. This is not a big spread is what I'm saying. And as John was pointing out, in Manhattan, that blue line kind of went like that. And there was a big pop over there. Not the case for Brooklyn. And when you look at what's going on right now, that is a very, very tight market. There is not a lot of inventory that's just sitting stale and not selling. That is generally small and tight. Very, very, very good, John, taking a look at this market. It is what it is, and we're going to report on it. That is John Walkup. I am Noah Rosenblatt. We are both from UrbanDigs. Don't forget, guys, if you got questions, we got answers. Please visit our forum. If you like any of the reports in this show, just go over here and you can download those. Other than that, this has been your Brooklyn Weekly Market Update, and we'll catch you next time.